Once upon a time, in a quiet town nestled between rolling hills and a sparkling lake, the residents prided themselves on their peaceful lives. They were a tight-knit community, always ready with a wave and a smile. Their days were filled with the simple joys of life, and their nights were peaceful and restful. Then one evening, everything changed. It began with a subtle unease, a feeling that something was off. At first, they dismissed it as a trick of the light or the wind. But as the hours passed, a chilling realization crept upon them. They were trapped in an endless night, and none of them could sleep. Not a single nap, not a single blink, ever again. As minutes stretched into hours and hours into days, the townspeople grew desperate. They paced their homes, they talked in hushed voices, trying not to wake each other up. But their efforts were in vain. The longer the sleepless night continued, the more their sanity waned. Some started seeing things, others began to mumble in their sleep. The town, once a picture of tranquility, was now a shadow of its former self. Amidst this chaos, the children seemed to be the only ones who were immune to the madness. They played in the streets, unafraid of the encroaching darkness. And when they looked up into the sky, they saw not just stars, but also strange whispers dancing among them. They saw shadows that shouldn't have been there, moving just at the edge of their vision. One of these children was an 8-year-old girl named Lina. She had bright, curious eyes and a heart full of bravery. As she watched her parents grow weaker with each passing day, she knew she had to do something. While the adults stumbled around like zombies, she would venture out into the streets, talking to the shadows and listening to the whispers. She soon discovered that they were guiding her, leading her to an old abandoned house at the edge of town. With a heavy heart, Lina knew that something terrible had happened here in the past, something that had to be set right. Going inside, she found an old book lying on a dusty table. As she opened it, the pages whispered secrets of a legend, a myth so old it was almost forgotten. It told the tale of a mythical being known as the Sleep Shepherd, a creature that roamed the countryside, stealing the sleep of anyone in its path. In exchange, it granted them eternal life, condemned them to wander the earth as restless spirits. The book also spoke of a way to stop the Sleep Shepherd, to break its hold over a town. But the solution was both dangerous and desperate. It required a pure heart and the willingness to sacrifice one's own sleep to restore balance to the scales. Armed with this knowledge, Lina knew what she had to do. With her talking cat, Clip, by her side, she set out on a journey to the heart of the town. Following the whispers and watching the shadows, they danced and weaved through the empty streets, past the houses where their friends and families stumbled about, oblivious to their plight. Her quest led her to the old town hall, a place of memories and laughter, now swallowed by the endless night. Inside, she found a giant clock, its hands frozen at midnight, a testament to the stolen time. The clock, the legend said, had to be restarted. But as Lina approached it, the gears began to turn on their own, revealing a ghastly sight. The clock was being guarded by a shadowy figure, the manifestation of the town's stolen sleep. It lunged at Lina, its eyes burning with an eerie green light. But before it could harm her, Clip, the talking cat, leapt into action. He hissed and scratched at the figure, distracting it long enough for Lina to pour a bucket of water over it. With a shriek, the shade dissipated, leaving behind nothing but a pile of ash. As the last of the shadows swept away, the clock chimed once, twice, and then it was as if someone had turned the lights back on. The sun was shining, birds were singing, and the gentle sound of laughter filled the air. Sleep had returned to the town. The townspeople awoke as if from a dream, none of them remembering the previous days. They went about their day, unaware of the young girl who hadn't woken up. For in those final seconds, as the clock struck 12, Lina's eyes fluttered open, revealing a strange glowing world that lay just beyond the veil of sleep.